Barry, how can I get my client to go into trance quickly? Okay. Why do you want to do that? Why do you want them to go in quickly? Now, there may be a context where you do want to do it, and that's okay, and I'll talk about that. But firstly, let me say, why would you want to do a rapid trance induction? It's the same thing as the handshake, isn't it? It's like saying, I've got this control over you. I've got this power. Let me show you how amazing I am. No. Okay, you're teaching something. You can do it as a demonstration. Do not teach it to therapists. It's the most disrespectful thing you can do to a client. Sleep or whatever, this crap. No, don't do that. Don't fall into that trap of doing that. You're going up the wrong street. You'll end up an egotistical, arrogant arsehole. Seriously, what you need to do is always put the client first. And what I'm doing is going to make a difference. How do I want the client to perceive themselves at the end of this? You know, we are so honored to have an hour with a human being who's giving us their life. We do not want to disempower them with feeling they can't do something and so have to come to see us. I want my clients to leave thinking that they did it themselves and that the therapist was a catalyst. So, okay, Barry, if you want to put them into trance quickly, there's only one context where I can think that would be of benefit, and that is if you're short of time on subsequent sessions and you need more time to do your therapy and less time to do a trance induction, in which case what you do on the first session, you do the hypnosis, you give them a post-hypnotic suggestion that when you say a certain word or you touch them on the shoulder gently, that they can go back into the same trance, very easily, very comfortably, very quickly. Okay. That, okay, is okay. It's not too bad. Okay. So that when they come back next time, you say, how have you been? They tell you a little description of how life's been. And then you can say, okay, would you remember this word? And you give them that trigger word or whatever. And say, well, okay, maybe, well done. And you touch them on the shoulder and they go back in again. Okay. It's still saying that you have some kind of control, but what it's doing is maximizing the time you have available. And it's not re-inducing a trance with something dramatic like sleep or whatever, pulling their head down or their arm down dramatically. It's actually evoking the trance that they evoked themselves the first time round. So it's much more respectable.